Boxing's rich history is filled with incredible stories of rags to riches successes, men who have fought their way out of slavery, poverty and prison. And Francis Ngannou really could be a modern version of one of those. Growing up in a small village in Cameroon called Bati, his mum and dad split up when he was young, and at 9 he was sent out to work in sand mines as a child at weekends for pennies. He hated the job, but he did it nonetheless to help his family. Around the age of 25, 26, he'd saved up enough money from that job and other manual labour jobs to pay to be smuggled out of the country, and made his way through Niger, the Sahara Desert, Morocco, and trying to get into Spain. When he went over a barbed wire bridge, he ripped open his stomach, needed medical attention, and had 2 weeks in a Spanish detention centre. When he finally made it to Paris, he was homeless, almost hopeless, but he found an MMA gym where he was allowed to sleep on the floor, tidy up, and eventually train. He didn't even know what mixed martial arts was. He wanted to be Mike Tyson. He wanted to be a fighter. Within about 9 years, he was the UFC's heavyweight champion of the world. Within a few months, he'd realised that his worth was much bigger than they were willing to pay him, and after a long dispute and time on the sidelines, he's got out of the sport. He's a free agent. He signed with the PFL, another MMA organisation, but the key to that is he's been allowed to come into boxing and to have this fight with Tyson Fury, where he is rumoured to be making £8 million for one night's work, but a lifetime of toil and sweat and lots of tears. It's a fantastic story, and if he can go in there and put on a good account of himself, there's nothing to say that he won't stay in this sport. Conor McGregor, the UFC's biggest star, wanted to come into boxing, wanted to make that money as an individual, as a freelancer. And Francis Ngannou could easily do the same. Anthony Joshua, if he watches this and Ngannou remains a big star and a big name, AJ Ngannou could be what we see next. If Ngannou can go in there, look the part, sound the part, and keep telling this incredible story, there's no reason why we won't see him back in boxing soon.